All right, we're gonna make a Kale Caesar here, okay? Because the Caesar dressing is the most creamy and delicious homemade dressing you could ever possibly make. And kale is hearty, and if we massage it just right, it's gonna be delicious. Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. We'll eat well and save money, because that's what we do. Welcome to Struggle Meals. Let's make some croutons. Use some stale bread. You could use some fresh bread, pretty much anything. Just sort of hack away at this. It's better to rip than to use a knife because you get more craggly edges this way, and that means you'll have more crispy bits. A little bit of oil. Part of what makes this crispy in the oven is oil. I'm going salt and pepper. These are gonna go into the oven until they're nice and crunchy and brown. Let's start with the bad rap kale gets, okay? First of all, the stem makes it borderline inedible. So what you wanna do is give it a little tear, give it a little tail, and then with like a loose finger, sort of come straight down like that, and you're gonna get like a V-shaped, spineless kale. So you give it a little boom boom, and then you come straight down. Dink, dink. We can stack these guys, fold it in half. Nice shreds. Here, we've got a piece of cabbage, also from the cruciferous family. I'm gonna try my very best to mimic the thinness of this kale. Nice and thin, beautiful color, extremely strong foundation. The secret to kale is breaking it down. Salt, and then it's crushing. It's gonna shrink, it's gonna turn a darker green. It's gonna be so much more pleasing to chew. Once every piece looks like it's a little wet, the salt will keep doing its work, and you can set it aside. It's time to make the Caesar dressing, which is just an unbelievable amalgamation of ingredients you would think that don't go together, but they do perfectly. Get your mason jar, crack an egg between our fingers, and get just the yolk. The egg yolk is both an emulsifier and a fat. A homemade Caesar dressing is like a really fantastic thing to have in your back pocket because it's kind of badass. And it uses really interesting ingredients, and nothing has as much flavorful punch as this guy, Dijon mustards. The mustards are both a flavor and an emulsifier. 2 lemons. Lemon is an acid, a fundamental component of every dressing. Flavor, garlic, 3 of them. Smash. Take the t-shirts off. You could give it a little rough chop if you want. 4 anchovy fillets. This definitely falls into the flavor category as well. Now, when used in the right ratio, anchovy adds a subtle saltiness with sweetness. All right, so we've got 1 egg yolk, 2 mustard packets, the juice of 2 lemons, 3 garlic cloves, and 4 anchovy fillets. We gotta get the oil on here now. So we're gonna come in, we're gonna go all the way to the bottom here, and we're just gonna... I would say that has emulsified pretty beautifully. Ooh, what's that? The croutons. They are ready. Very nice. Let's put half the croutons in. All right, and now we've got this amazing Caesar dressing. The bigger the bowl, the easier this is gonna be. There we go. That's looking creamy. A few more croutons. In order to mimic the strips of kale, we can take some shreds of Parmesan cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano. This comes to $1.50 a serving. It looks robust and creamy. It looks delicious. Let's try. Woo! All Kale Caesar. The Kale Caesar is the perfect Caesar. We follow the Struggle Meals manifesto of perfect salad construction, which calls for a hearty green when there's an incredibly rich and delicious dressing, which this is. Because you can put Caesar dressing on so many things, as long as they're hearty enough to stand up to this luxurious dressing. And that's all I gotta say about that.